We bout that business, boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, but got built bout that business. That business, boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, Lady Buck, about that business. We bout that business, we trending on retreat, we bout that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, competition can't compete. We bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats. Hey, we got facts, we got stats, not to mention trending topics. You the champ? No, that's cap, drilling, killing all the guys. Please don't try that, boy, you know we hotter, boy, making all kind of noise. We on fire, what you know about them Ohio boys? We bout that business, boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, but got built bout that business. That business, boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, Lady Buck, about that business. We bout that business, we trending on retreat, we bout that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, competition can't compete. We bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats.
Can you hear me, dog? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We about that business. We just listen. Had a great full season of college football. And now we're gonna do a recap. What you think about that, Lady Buck? What's going on? We still here? What's going on? Technical difficulties. That happens. Let's see what we got here. Where we at? What we doing? Plug something. Might touch something. Where you at? Can you hear me? Jesus fucking Christ.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Buckeye Bill? Can you hear me, Buckeye Bill? I can.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Technical difficulties. Hey, listen, this is what happens when the storm comes in and takes over your whole darn world.
We can't blame it on the storm. It was
Then
us.
you gotta readjust. I get it. I understand it. Technology is not my forte. That's why I got Lady Buck. She's my producer. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We've got great topics to discuss. Wow, there's a lot of things that has happened with the Buckeyes. Bringing in Arthur Smith, and then and just knowing what direction that we are going for the next 364 days now. So got a lot to talk about. We got the NFL to talk about, the playoffs. Yeah, it's just a good hunker down time to sit down in the dungeon and get get comfortable with what we're gonna be discussing for the next 2 to 3 months, including the playoffs and
So, so Buckeye Bill, let me get down to the business first. Let's get to the
go for it,
business
go for it,
aspect.
go for it.
Okay, first of all, guys, make sure, Village, make sure you subscribe, go to our YouTube channel, watch us there. Make sure you watch us here on Facebook as well. Also, we will be going live on TikTok, and we will do that most of the times after we do our live here from 7:30 to 8:30. You can follow us on TikTok or going over to TikTok, and we'll do an hour-long session there. And then we'll be on TikTok more days of the week just to get our TikTok audience used to us. So make sure we'll actually give you an alert when you can go over there and hang out with us there too. Make sure you share. You know, we'll have some. We're going to have a segment in our show called "Let's Do Business." We'll explain that later on in the week. Hope you will participate in that. We have some strategies that we are working on to get more people in our village. So I hope you'll be a part of that as well. And again, there are, you know, if you could just take an hour out of your day while you're washing dishes or cooking or anything and just, you know, watch the show or possibly join in. A lot of you have a lot to say when you're typing things. You can type things too. But that's fine with us. I mean, at least comment. We just want some more participation. We really appreciate what you're doing and have done thus far, but we really need more participation from you. We like ideas. We have a lot of things going to happen this year, and just we really want you to be a part of it. So, speaking of this year, I want to start out by saying you talked about Ohio State and our hire, and I want to give my viewpoint of what I think about that. Um, and before I introduce someone, I'll introduce someone later on once they come on. But as far as that OC hire, I really think, you know, some people just are not good head coaches. Okay, let's just face it. And they are good OCs, offensive coordinators. I believe the same thing happened to Chip Kelly when he came and made us into this dynamic offense. Of course, he had all the weapons, but he made us look really good. I mean, we were awesome. I mean, we were untouchable that year. I think it's a great hire, and I think it will mimic that year that we won the Natty. Um, I think it's a great hire. Again, I'm not going to judge his performance with the Steelers. I'm not going to judge his performance with the Falcons. Some things aren't for everybody, but I really think, and we'll know the first 3 or 4 games. I'm not even going to judge it by the first game. Everybody has to settle in. So we'll know about the fourth game. We'll know if we're looking, you know, and as we get into the season, we'll see how we're looking. But he can't do, I mean, he can't do much wrong. He has all the weapons in the world. So if you can't do anything with our offense, then that's just not for you. I mean, that's just, I mean, the weapons that we have in place already, we've kind of made it easy for him. You know, so all he has to do is come in and run some dynamic plays and do some dynamic calls. And we just need Ryan Day to let him do his job, give him a chance. We don't need that playbook going between hands back and forth. You know, let them do, let him do what you're paying him to do. What you think, Buckeye Bill?
Well, I'm just saying, no and no. I mean, I I watched him here in Atlanta. I watched him,
Yeah.
you know, literally have a debacle for 3 years, 2.5 years, coming from the Titans, thinking that he was going to be the savior, and Yes, he does know how to scheme running backs. Right now, at this point in time, we have two running backs in our state. What we have is the best receiving core. That's who they should have hired. Someone who can scheme our our offense into the passing game.
And
Right
who would
now,
that be?
point in time,
Give me
at
an
this point
idea
in
of
time,
who you would.
I'm not happy with the hire. I'm not happy with Arthur Smith. He was I'm not saying he was garbage. I'm not saying that he wasn't garbage in Tennessee. I'm not saying he was mediocre at Pittsburgh. But to bring him here and not to be able to evaluate the kind of people that are out there that are willing to come in here and help our receiving core and our quarterback, I just don't see him being that guy. I just don't see him being that guy. And that's my take. I don't care.
Well, let me ask you, who would you recommend? If he's not our guy, who is?
Listen, even if you'd have asked JT Barrett to come in, he already came from Chicago's the football, he was already on the staff in Chicago. He coached up Caleb Williams. Bring him in, coach him up,
Well,
give
well, I
him
wouldn't
an
have minded that
opportunity.
hire.
He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback. He's seen the NFL also. He's seen the NFL. He saw exactly what Caleb Williams had to go through. He's been up there for 3 years. So why not bring him back
Hmm.
and teach our receivers, our offensive line, our quarterbacks how to transition to the NFL? Why are you going to bring this guy Arthur Smith, who has literally dropped the ball at every level that he's been at? Yes, he's a pro quarterback. A coach. He coached, but he was a failure at every level. So why not give somebody an opportunity to hone their skills and teach this up and coming and a younger guy too, who can teach these up and coming players and what it takes to be successful in the NFL. And that's all I'm saying. The hire is not good for me. The hire might be good for Buckeye Nation. Um, I get it. But what I don't get is not having new brains, new ideals into that coaching staff. You can't have the same stagnant individuals and think you're going to get to another level. You have to bring in new ideals. You have to bring in fresh talent. And he's not fresh talent. He's just not. He's old talent. He's rehashed. And we'll see how it works for us. But if he's not a recruiter, he's not an educator. He has not been able to make quarterbacks or offensive lines elite since he left the Titans. He's been a vagabond going through the league, and now he's with us.
Well, the same could be said for Chip Kelly, and he did an awesome job.
No, Chip Kelly was
So
different than him.
no, he had some failures too.
Yeah, but
Before
Chip
he
Kelly
came to
was
us,
way more
and
successful than Arthur Smith.
well,
Yes.
I don't know I don't know all of his his whole career. I don't know that. But I do agree with you that I would have liked to see JT Barrett get an opportunity. Um, I still would probably I probably would still make the hire with Arthur Smith and then maybe have JT Barrett as the quarterback coach. You know, like you said, he coached Caleb Williams up. Yet he's learning how to be that OC, you know, and that's giving him a chance to learn and see what Arthur Smith is doing and not doing. And then the year after he takes the position, or he's getting ready, you know, to take the position. I mean, something like that. Um, you know, again, I love JT Barrett. You know, that's one of my favorite quarterbacks. I just don't know if the OC would have been the right move for him. But again, I don't know. So we'll have to see. I'm not disappointed with the hire though. If he can do what Chip Kelly did, I think we'll all be
If
pleased.
if and Ladybug, I'm not discounting all the things he's done within the NFL, and I'm not discounting that. What I'm saying is they need new talent in that room. That old stuff is not working, as you can tell, across the board. That's why he's not a head coach now. Whatever he did
Well,
as a
it's not
head
working for
coach
him.
and as an offensive coordinator didn't translate into success.
But again, Buckeye Bill, the same could be said for Chip Kelly. He didn't have a great year
Well, we're
prior
not
to
going to
coming
even
to us. He
compare
got
him with Chip
fired.
Kelly, though. That was an anomaly. That
But I'm
Chip
just
Kelly
saying,
came in with a scheme.
well, how do you know Arthur Smith doesn't have a scheme? How do you know he's not going to come
I,
in
I,
with the
I saw
scheme
it
for
at
us?
Pittsburgh.
But we're not,
He
remember,
was
we both said we were not going to judge his performance from Pittsburgh because
he
he
was
had
never
Rodgers.
the offensive coordinator. Rodgers was.
Right. And we said we weren't
And
going to
so,
judge. We
well,
were
how,
not
how
going
do
to
we know
judge
that
him.
he even had the capability of doing it?
We'll know. We'll find out. How do we know JT Barrett has the capability of doing it?
I'd rather, I'd rather,
Either
I'd
way,
rather take
we
an
have to
up and
take the
coming
chance.
star than an old has been.
So
No.
was it
Uh-uh. What?
were they talking to JT Barrett? Was that ever
Oh
was
no,
he did
I
he
mean,
interview for the
they interviewed
job
him.
or
They interviewed him, and you're right. I wouldn't even mind again bringing him in. He's a
yeah, to
Buckeye.
learn.
Bring him in as the quarterback coach.
Yeah. And letting him learn.
Give him the tenure. Let him see the landscape. Learn.
Right.
Welcome now, Arthur Smith, and because he's a better recruiter than Arthur Smith would be. He can go into anybody's home and say, "This is what I did for Ohio State." Arthur Smith can't recruit nobody. He can say, "Oh, I worked in the NFL." And then those kids are going to be like, "Well, what did you do? What did you win? You went 7-10 every year you was in Atlanta. Never made it to the playoffs. Didn't coach nobody up. And you had to leave."
Well, hopefully he'll have something to say when he's because we don't need him right now to recruit, but when he'll have something under his belt. He'll have some negotiating tools because if he makes us look good and he proves himself, he'll have some negotiating tools when it's time to recruit. And he doesn't have to lean on his NFL career. He could lean on just what he's done for the Buckeyes. We just have to see. We have to be optimistic
This
because
guy's one and done.
that's who our OC is.
He's one and done. He's one and done. He's
Well,
he's
we'll
only
see.
there for 1 year. He's not going to be no recruiter. He's not going to be anything. He's one and done. That's it. He will not be on that staff next year. He's
Okay.
this is he's this
Well,
is not a career move for him. This is a can I get myself back into the limelight move?
Well, I
And that's
hope that's
on you.
not going to be based on how we're going to perform next year. So I'm going to be optimistic, and I could care less where he goes as long as he helps us win these games and win another natty. Um, and if he does that, hey, I didn't want Chip Kelly to leave, honestly. Um, I really liked I really liked his offense. I loved his style of offense. I absolutely loved it. And if he's going to bring anything like that, I'm all for it, you know? But we'll just have to
He's not
see.
Chip Kelly.
We'll just have to see. Hold on, we're going to add JB. We'll add JB to the stage. Hold on.
And the most important thing is get some
Hey Jay.
real talent.
What's up, girl?
Hey.
What's up, big
All
dog? What's
right.
happening, man? Come on, man.
What's up, homie?
I need your energy,
You know,
babe.
because we disagree right now. So let's see, Jay, who do you think, how do you feel about this Arthur Smith hire?
Oh, is that what y'all arguing about?
Yeah.
It's a, it's a very bad hire.
Thank
Very
you.
bad.
Wow. Y'all think so? Why? Y'all
Come
don't
on,
think,
elaborate, man.
He
Come on,
can't.
give
He
me this
can't
okay, go
energy,
coach
ahead.
man.
in
You
the
gotta
league.
give it
He
to me.
sure can't coach us.
What?
He can't coach in the league. He sure can coach us.
Well, okay, my debate to that though, Jay, is the same could be said for Chip Kelly. He didn't have a great year the year before he came to us. He got fired. And then he came to us, and that I loved his offense. I loved his offensive style. I loved it. We all did. So what makes Arthur Smith any different?
In my eyes, he don't have the football capability that Chip Kelly's got. He don't have the
Okay.
mindset. He don't.
Oh wow.
And and
So then who, okay, like I asked Buckeye Bill, then if not Arthur Smith, then who? That's available.
no, we already have him now. We're gonna have to
No, I'm
utilize
saying who
any
else? We have him now, but who else? I'm asking Jay, who else would you have hired that was available as an OC,
I
if
would have
not Smith?
begged. I would have begged. I would have got on my hands and knees and said, Brian,
Dabo.
whatever it
Who?
takes for you to come back to my school and be successful, that's what I write the check for.
And who was it?
Brian Hartline.
Oh, really?
I
Absolutely.
would have said Brian
Killed,
Dable.
he killed.
Brian Dable would have been a great, excellent OC for Ohio State.
So you would have wanted Hartline back. At first, Buckeye fans were saying, hey, he showed his true colors that he was for him and that, I mean, tried to steal some players. So, but we want him back though.
What would you do? If you was leaving, would you try to steal me from Buckeye Bill? Absolutely. You want the best of the best.
So my point would
Okay.
be this though, JB. Um, Even though we would allow Hardline to come back, his loyalty and his loyalty has to be questioned. When he did leave under suspicious allegations of trying to take some of our players, doing some underhanded stuff as far as
They all
leaving us out, with an empty coffin on plays. He knew that Ryan Day didn't have the capability of taking us to a national championship because he had the playbook. He took the playbook. He gave the playbook to Indiana, and Indiana ran the playbook. So I'm just saying, no, I'm not doing no hard line. I don't care about hard line. Hardline can stay down in UCF and go kick rocks.
So Jay, let me ask you this. Okay, Hardline wasn't available. Anybody else? Is there anybody else Ohio State could have gone after that was available for an OC?
Brian Daboll. There was a lot of offensive coordinators out there that they could
I
have.
would have took Debo Samuel.
Who?
Who?
Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel.
No, Brian Daboll.
No, I'm saying Debo Samuel.
He's saying
Who is
Debo
that?
Samuel. I don't know.
Who's Debo Samuels?
Clemson's coach.
Oh,
Debo.
no, he ain't gonna
Oh,
come to Columbus.
yeah, he's not gonna. But that's a step down for him,
Yeah, he would have never came to
and
is
he's
that
not
the
available.
son of Daboll?
Nobody is ever unavailable. Nobody's ever unavailable.
Nah.
So then, let me ask you both. Then why did we go that way? Why do you think we went that way? If it's such a bad hire, and it's, you know, clearly they know something we don't. Why do you
Yeah.
think they went that way?
Desperation. Y'all want
Oh,
to think
wow.
it's the truth. I think it's desperation. It's a terrible hire. He never did anything in Pittsburgh. It was awful. It was an awful hire. I know you don't want to hear that, but it is.
No.
I'm
So
telling you, I'm not,
now let me ask you, with all the weapons that we have, you think this is gonna be a bust for us?
I
With
do.
all these weapons? Oh man, don't say that.
What
Are
what
you
what,
serious?
what weapons you got other than Chris Henry Jr. and Jeremiah Smith and Brandon Ennis? Who you got? You ain't
Yeah,
got
I
no.
mean, those are, we don't need much more on that offense.
You had them this year and didn't win anything.
Well,
I'm
I
just
smell a
telling.
rat on that. Yeah, but you got to think about it, Jay. We had faculty issues at the wrong time. You know, the timing was terrible. Hearing the announcement that Hardline's leaving a week before the Big Ten championship, you know, the timing, we had some issues then. And again, I don't know, I just smell a rat with that Big Ten championship, and I smell a rat with the Miami game. I don't, I just, something's just not sitting well with me there at either game, because we definitely had the talent. And I just would hate to, for this season.
They knew he was leaving before he left. They knew it.
So I'm going to stay positive here. Okay, he's going to surprise. Okay, remember I said it. I think Arthur Smith is going to surprise us. It's going to surprise you all, the naysayers, because I think he'll, I think he'll do okay. I do. It's not. We've made it easy for him. We've already got the top talent. All he got to do is design some wonderful schemes, and that's not too hard when you know football. I'll do it. They can hire me. I'll do it if they're that desperate.
Do
I
you
can run the plays.
do you think we got the best talent in America right now?
I believe so.
We ain't nowhere close.
We're not.
No.
Well, who do you think? Who do you think has beat us?
Georgia has got it.
oh man, wait,
No,
time out,
no.
time out.
Who
Time
did
out.
they pick up that we don't know about, Jay? Because we're here and they're struggling.
They struggled this year.
Kirby
No, they're
Smart
struggling now. What they
has
got from the
outsmarted
portal.
himself. Stop it, man. Listen,
They've
I'm
had
listening.
some people leave.
We
decommit.
had 30 people leave.
What'd you say?
We had 30 people leave already.
So what? We got 30 people that came. Listen, there's not room for everybody at Ohio State.
Facts.
There's not room for everybody.
Facts. I agree.
So
So wait,
you can't.
Jay, we had 30
So
people leave since when?
when we lose players, other small teams or other teams get enriched. First of all, they've been on our campus. They've learned a very great culture. We're sending them to teams who don't even have the same kind of culture that we have. So we're doing the NCAA a favor. We bring the kids here, the ones that can't actually get on the field, who are quality players. We send them off. We send them to Wisconsin, Penn State, Clemson, Alabama, whatever, and we're literally a hub for the NCAA as far as talent is concerned. You can't say that about
Yeah, we
Alabama.
keep the talent.
You
Yeah,
can't say
we
that about
reload.
Clemson. You can't say that about LSU. LSU is trying to steal people to come to LSU. We ain't trying to steal nobody. We got so much talent. It's coming out of our ears. So everybody who's going to come and play next year is going to be top-notch players. The ones we sent away were top-notch players. They just couldn't get on the field because we've got more talent on the field than they were. So no, don't act like we don't have the best coach in the NCAA. We do. Dabo's not. Signetti's not. Who's the little dork that's down there in Miami? He's not. He's losing more players than we are. So no, and no. So you got to think about this next move. Even though we did get Arthur Smith as our OC, we have a direct line to the national championship next year.
Do you feel good?
Well,
You feel good about that hire?
Say it again?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. He sides with you on that. But I do have someone siding with me, and that's Blue Nitty
Made
in the
me sick
comments.
to my stomach.
Yeah, you and Buckeye Bill are adamant about this hire. So, but Buckeye Bill, I don't get what you're saying, because you're saying we've got a straight line to the natty, but well, not with this disappointing hire you just said. How do we have a
No,
straight
no, no,
line
no,
there if
no,
he's
no,
not
no.
going to do anything?
No.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, because of the talent that we have at Ohio State, this guy can't mess it up.
Well, but just like Jason said, we had the talent this season,
What happened to it?
and our
But
faculty
because
issues
but
messed it
because
up.
of no, you got to understand consistency. Because of what happened with Heartline, that messed up the
Right.
consistency at Ohio State.
So Ryan Day couldn't get it together.
So that let's let that go. Let's let that go. Let's think about if say for instance, Arthur Smith stays the whole year and coaches all the way to the playoffs and to the national championship. That's a different continuity. That's a whole different animal. We got the monkey in the wrench because Heartline decided to leave. That's it. That's all that happened with us. We have the talent.
Yeah, then, yeah, but
We have the talent.
now But my
We're
issue,
always going to have the talent. We're always going to have the talent. But to think that Brian Hartline just up and leaves, and we ain't got anything to say or to do about it, it's just like, hey, he just left. No, no, no.
Okay,
He
no. Hey, JB,
but we got
JB,
to move
think
on though,
about this.
Jason. We got to move on.
Think
You
about this
know?
though, bro. Okay,
So you think the
Heartline
guy they
was
hired today is going to replace Brian Hartline? No.
No, it's going to take, I
we
get it.
can
I
replace.
get what you guys are saying. Consistency, it's going to take, we're not going to see it in the third or fourth game. We're not. It's going to take a moment. But it's not going to take as long as we think because uh, we have new people anyway. I mean, everybody has to gel. I just don't think it's as bad as the hire as you guys think it is.
I do.
I think he's going to surprise you.
I
I
don't.
think he, Jason. I have never seen you this pessimistic
I was so
before.
pissed off when they
I
hired. You have no idea. No
Hey,
idea.
JB,
have
we didn't
never
even
seen
talk
you
on the
this
phone, and
down
I
on your
knew how pissed
Buckeyes
you are.
before. I have never seen you this down on our Buckeyes before. So
Well,
you and Buckeye
No,
Bill
he
are
ain't down on the
serious.
Buckeyes. He down on this dude here.
No, but what
absolutely.
he's saying is our season, what he feels like our season is going to be.
Oh no. Our season's gonna be fine. We listen. We gonna bounce
Buckeye Bill,
back,
you're
and we gonna
saying
bounce
two
back.
things.
I'm talking about. There's no other team that has reloaded like like the Buckeyes. LSU is trying to get players. Ohio State already has players.
I don't think
Michigan is trying to find coaches and do whatever they're going to do. Clemson is never going to come back into the fold. Miami has lost whatever prestige that they'll ever have for the next 10 years.
Are we?
Alabama's out
next
of it.
20 years.
Are we? Are
And
we?
Georgia, Kirby Smart.
Wait
Kirby
a minute,
Smart.
Jason. What'd you say, Jason?
I said, are we meeting at the Ball State game or are we meeting at the Michigan game?
The first home game.
It'll be
Oh,
Ball
I
State.
will not be at the Michigan game.
Ball,
Oh,
Um,
no.
Ball State game.
yeah, yeah, the
Be
Ball
there.
State
No.
game.
Same
That's
motel
what we're
room,
meeting at.
same everything.
Ball
Yeah,
State game,
we'll get
baby.
all that together. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on
So
that, man. But
yeah, we're working on
like
it.
I said, at the end of the day, we have a great roster of great players. Yes, they were disappointed when Hardline left, but yeah.
Now Nitty says in his comments, Nitty says it's going to take a season. Now, that's where I disagree with Nitty because I don't think it's going to take a season. The same thing was said, and I remember when they announced the hire for Chip Kelly, and me not knowing, not really following Chip Kelly and not really caring what he did. I'm listening to all of these people like you guys. Oh, this is going to be a disaster, and this and that, and the other. And it wasn't. It wasn't a disaster. We got a natty. It's the same thing. I'm telling you. It's going to be the same thing. Just remember, I said it on January 27th. I said, we're going all the way. We're
last
going
year.
all the way. No, this year.
So I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna preface it with Ladybug. I know you love the ground or the horseshoe
I
that
do.
it sits on.
Yep.
And but I will tell you this is when we win the national championship, it will have nothing to do with Arthur Smith.
Yes, it will.
No,
It
it
will.
will
If he's
not.
calling
It will
plays,
not. It will have
if
nothing
he's
to do with
calling the
Arthur Smith.
plays, if he's
It
calling the
will not.
plays and the players
And
execute, it will
he'll
have something to do
he'll
with Arthur
probably
Smith.
get his
You just won't
playbook
want to give
taken
him
from him
credit.
also.
You'll have to give him credit then.
He'll take Ryan Day will take the playbook from him also. I'm telling you,
You're
this
doomed.
guy is not prepared to deal with college students.
Oh wow.
He's not prepared. You saw what he did in Atlanta.
Well, that
He
was Atlanta. I can't even really count that because Atlanta, ever since Mike Vick left, Atlanta has been a very
that
tumultuous
you
program.
want to say they're cursed, and I get that. I'm saying
And
what he
I'm
had.
saying that, as a season ticket holder, those were some, let me see, that was what, 10, 12 years of disappointment. I mean, they have some organizational issues that they just have not overcome and don't seem to be able to overcome. So I can't judge anybody that coaches for them or, I mean, they fire their coaches every 2 years. They just need a whole bunch of restructuring. So I can't really judge by that. I can't judge Arthur Smith by that. I can't. And like Nitty said, I mean, Nitty said the OC is easier than an NFL head coach. It is. I can't judge him by what he did in the NFL. You know, I'm just
We're
going
so
because the same
optimistic.
thing again was said about Chip Kelly.
And that's fine because listen, I'm not trying to be a hard butt, but I am going to tell you, um, one of the things you was mad because you had season tickets, so you didn't even go watch the games. You sent me to the games. I watched him coach, and he coached first and second year players who had talent, and he could not coach them up. We're talking about straight out of college. He could not coach them up. And I'm telling you, his communication skills is what his problem is. Probably not his schemes, but how do you communicate what you want to get done on the field to these young players is his biggest obstacle. And that's where I see him not being the next anything coach in the NFL. He might be the next coach in the USFL, but he'll never be a coach in the NFL again. I don't see that. This ain't he's already 45, almost 50 years old. He's not going to get another opportunity to coach in the NFL because there's too many up and coming OCs who have better ideals on how to communicate with the players and how to make sure the players are in the right position to be successful. These old guys, man, they still running the um, plays from the 60s in their minds. Cloud of dust guys. Because that's who he is. He loves running the ball. And I love that because again, we got Wes. We got running backs at Ohio State. But if he doesn't know how to scheme how to scheme the quarterback and the receivers into positions to be successful, running the ball is not going to help. It's just not going to help.
Now, let me
So
ask you this. Let me
we
ask you
can't run
this.
our way to a national championship with what I'm saying.
Yeah, Blue Nitty says in the comments he's learned a lot since ATL. His knowledge alone counts for something. So he has the job he wants. That's what Nitty's comment is. And I have to agree there. That's kind of where I am with it. We'll just have to wait and see because that's who our OC is. And we just got to be
Oh no,
positive about it.
we gonna have to deal with it now.
We gotta be,
We
yeah, and
got
we
it.
gotta be positive about it. We gotta be
We got that.
positive. We
Listen,
can't,
I won't be
you
positive
know,
until the first game, Ball State. I'll be there, and
I
we.
won't even count. I won't even count that game because that's where everybody has to gel. I mean, that's where,
Yeah, well,
you
I'll
know,
be
you got
there,
new wide
and
receiver, you got saying, and we've got to, everybody has to gel, and that's kind of like our first performance. And of course, it's not a good opponent, so it's not really going to tell us a lot. So we can't even really
listen,
count
if
that
we
game.
can utilize Bo Jackson and Wes, that's where our success will be because he will be running the ball. He will not be getting saying in the position to throw the ball to Jeremiah Smith or to Charles. Um, I don't
Charles.
see him doing what it takes to be the
Well, he's
coordinator.
got to utilize. He's got to utilize his weapons, and I'm sure he knows who those weapons are. You mean Chris Henry? So he's got to.
Kristen, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got to utilize those weapons. So let me move on from that. Um, and I want to shout out the Ohio podcast. You were on the show last night. I was working, so I didn't have an opportunity to chime in on the discussion. You guys had a great discussion, Village. If you go to YouTube, actually, we actually posted it on our page. So if you want to watch that interview, it's on our page. It's on every page. You can watch that whole interview, and we have some clips you can watch too. It was wonderful. But I Bill did a great job. The whole panelists did. The show was uh, really informational and I'll say high pitched. It was a very good conversation. One of the main question that I really wanted to chime in on. Also, let me shout out TG. TG has a new page, um,
Spectrum.
and it is called The Spectrum. And so check that out too. And especially if you're, you know, a lady, football lady like myself, you'll appreciate the information she comes with. So check it out, The Spectrum, from TG on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all the other ones. So one of the questions that was asked last night, and I wanted to chime in, but I want to hear your take, is why doesn't this is what's being asked, and why why do we have a hard time, Ohio State, producing quality quarterbacks? That was a question that was asked last night. And before I give my take, I want to get your take. I want to get your answer to that question because I have a very interesting answer.
Well, I can tell you this. We have sent some very qualified quarterbacks into the league. Now, you got to remember, because we have been so successful, these same quarterbacks go to sorry teams. Justin Fields went to Chicago without a quarterback, without
Yeah,
an
blue
offensive line,
with nothing.
nothing. And he went to the Jets, and he went to Pittsburgh, who he could have been really good
He should
with
have stayed.
Arthur
Yeah.
Smith. Arthur Smith loved Will Howard. He loved Justin Fields. Ohio State quarterbacks. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he said, "Man, I can try this here at Ohio State and do something with sand." That's the only good thing
So,
that I will say. Listen, so
but we're
with
back
that
on
being
Smith. I
said,
don't want to talk about Smith.
CJ is if well, of course you know that he won Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, his first
Yep.
year,
Second year in the league, he still got to the playoffs 2 times in a row.
right?
2 times in a row. Okay. Haskins, all the ones, JT Barrett and all those,
And
they were not
Haskins.
given the opportunities to be successful in the NFL. And of course, we lost one of
We
the
lost
best.
Haskins way
Yeah,
too soon. He would have been dynamic. He did get an
we lost
opportunity.
one of
We
the best
just, we
quarterbacks
just,
that probably would have been in the league um, too soon.
Long. Yeah, too soon. May rest in peace.
They're still in the development stage of quarterbacks. You got St. Clair that's behind him. There's quarterbacks coming to Ohio State wanting to make it to the league and to play with a dynamic offense. So whatever they're saying, they must not be watching the same
Right.
TV that I'm watching.
Okay. I'd like to answer the question as well. So my take on it is, first of all, I don't want our fan base asking ourselves this question. And I want to allow them to do it. And I'm not going to allow any other fan bases to do it. If you're another fan base, look at your team and ask yourself, why are we producing quality quarterbacks? Because there's not many college teams that we can call quarterback you. You know, one thing Ohio State is wide receiver you. And here's the thing, we can't be everything to everybody. I mean, we have two teams going to the Super Bowl and two dynamic. We have a wide receiver going and we have a running back going. And one of them is up for
And an offensive lineman.
offensive rookie of the year and an offensive lineman. And then we have another one who's not in the Super Bowl, but he's still up for offensive rookie of the year. So we can't be everything to everybody. We can't supply every NFL team with everything. I mean, gosh, we're giving you the wide receivers. You know, we're giving you defensive linemen. We're giving you running backs, and and we're giving you quarterbacks too. You're not going to judge two bad games from C.J. Stroud in a season and say, "Oh, Ohio State's not producing quality quarterbacks." When this man won offensive rookie of the year, okay, are you forgetting that? And we're not going to put
and
a reputation. We're not. Wait a
29
minute.
other teams didn't win.
Wait. We're not going to put you're not going to put Ohio State's reputation of not being able to produce quality quarterbacks, which is a lie, on the back of CJ Stroud because of two bad games. So get realistic here. You know, that season that we won the Natty, the 2014-15 season that we won the Natty, almost every team had a Buckeye. Every team wanted a Buckeye. You know, Buckeye, Buckeye, Buckeye. I mean, and that's how it is every year. I mean, we can't even figure out who we want to win the Super Bowl because we have two Buckeyes on each team. You know, that's a problem that we have every Sunday, is who we're going to root for, because we have Buckeyes here and Buckeyes there. So we can't be everything to everybody. We just can't. We're one school. So I ask the other fan bases to look at your team and ask the same question, because you can ask. You can definitely ask, because I can't think of a team that has sent all these quarterbacks to the NFL. There's not one. There isn't one. And if you beg to differ, you can come on here, click the link, join the show, or put it in the comments if you're that bold, because you won't find one. There just isn't one. But if you need a wide receiver, you need a running back, I mean, they're always going to go to Ohio State.
A defensive back.
They're coming to Ohio State, defensive backs. I mean, we have it all. We just can't be everything to everybody. We're one school. It's so unfair that you put one school against the whole conference. It's Ohio State against the SEC, Ohio State against the ACC. It's Ohio State against everybody, Ohio State against the world. Stop it. Worry about your team. Worry about your recruits. Worry about your quarterbacks. And us, our fan base, calm down. Be optimistic about the season, who we have. Cheer for them like you always do. And don't get caught up in asking those stupid questions that other fan bases make you look at, because they're stupid. Go Bucks.
OH.
IO.
Holla at me, man. Cause all those fools up north, stupid. Just stupid. And they scums. So that's what we got going on. And listen, just to take it off the air and everything. I appreciate your passion. And I love the fact that there's people in the comments that are loving and not liking what I believe in. And that's why we are here, for you guys to be able to have your platform to come on the show and talk about what you love and what you know. So we about that business. Take it off, Ladybug.
All right, I'm going to leave you with something motivational. To keep your week going, we'll see you again Thursday night. Remember, Tuesday and Thursday night, 7:30. We are on for an hour, 7:30 to 8:30, and we'll let you know when you can follow us over on TikTok. For those of you who are busy from 7:30 to 8:30, there's still time to talk. We'll do another hour over on TikTok, but we'll be sure to let you know when we do that. But to say something motivational, we love sports here. We are a sports podcast, but we're human too. We know you're human too. We want you to have a great week, a great year. We're near the end of January. So far, so good this month. I hope it's been that way for you. So something motivational. And I'll leave it like this. We are in some tough times right now. We have some things going on around the world that are different. I'll say that. And so I just say, find a reason to smile every day. Even if you have to watch a favorite show or think about something that makes you laugh, just find something to smile about every day, even if it's the fact you woke up this morning. Be grateful that you're here, because every day that you're here, you make a difference. You can make a difference and you can be the difference, even if it's just in yourself. I want to leave you with one thing that Blue Nitty's dad, my uncle, told me. Sometimes we think we're too old, we're too fat, we're too this, we're too that. Oh, it's just too late. It's never too late. And what he told me is it doesn't matter when you do it, just as long as you do it. So keep that in mind. Have a great week. We love you. And we will see you on Thursday night. Holla.
Holla, peace. OHIO.
Woo-hoo.
Synesthetic, 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 synesthetic.
I'm trying to win my team a championship. I'm trying to win my team a championship. Let's go. Trying to win my team a championship. We all in the game, trying to get us some ranks, ain't ballin' to pray. Should I do what you can? Hey, Black is the name, BMG is the guy. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, practice make perfect. Hey, practice make perfect. Trying to win my team a championship. Yeah, and we score every chance that we get. Take advantage of handles, it's all in the wrist. Got shooters on the squad. Perfect aiming up switch. Got shooters on the squad. Trying to win my team a championship. Everybody is playing their roles. Hey, watch out, pose.